Hey everyone. I'll keep this one as short and right to the point. Um, what I wish to say with these eclipse energies, what I'm going to give is do's and some don'ts. But with this, what you do for all of the light ones is you energize the whole thoughts and beliefs around the eclipse and the meaning, and you energize it divinely. And what you can expect or anticipate by energizing this time is energize the divine miracles with it. It is what's so important. As we know, it's a very significant divine time in this ascension, and that there are at least divine messages attached with this beautiful time. So, having said this, everyone should at least be in peace and be neutral in observing what is occurring, but then also add the positive in to look for any miracles, divine miracles that may occur as a result of this impeccably timed divine occurrence, if you will. Now, having said this, I am currently in Romania in a place where in 1999, on August the 11th, very close to that area, the solar eclipse occurred here in Romania, and it made an X formation to the east of where I'm at. But having said that, the exact total coverage area over Romania has decimal degrees contained within it. If any are to look it up to get the exact location, you will see in the first longitude, I believe, you will see the numbers 3333. Now, this is important because what it represents. 33 is actually the Christ number, it's a master number. And with, let's say, some of the Masonic things and what have you, you saw the distortion and the manipulation and also the hijacking, if you will, of the important divine symbols from way back to put a negative and evil connotation on them. But in actuality, 33 and most definitely 3333 is very important divine designation, this number and what it represents. And in the least, what I'm saying with being close to this area of 3333, what you have is divine masculine and the divine feminine. So you have the Christos 33 and the Sophia 33, the divine representation of the divine feminine and masculine inequality, which is a very important divine imprint that has been put here. Now, in the latitude number, if you're to look in the decimal representation, you will also see 316, which is again, this directs you to John 3:16 and speaks about the Christ, if you will. So John 3:16. So this is very significant, and of course I'm located at this very important time in this area in Romania. But if we jump back to the U.S. At approximately 8 hours from now, I believe. Yeah, 8 hours from now, the solar total eclipse should be almost right over Corpus Christi in the U.S. And Corpus Christi is also a very important area as well. It's been noted the track of the eclipse, if you will, over the U.S. going over at least some very interesting, let's say, biblical representations or depictions of biblical references. So thank you. My love, Femke is there. Thank you for joining me on this important uh, live video, Femke. And it's so important that Femke and I were stationed here together in this most important place for this most important time, but leading up to it, Femke and I had did all the divine preparation work, what was required leading up to this time, which is great. But to get back on track here of what I'm saying, so it's very important to know that this is a divine time, and to keep oriented with your thoughts and your feelings towards the miraculous positive outcomes with this. Because what is occurring upon the planet, we are still in a spiritual battle, if you will, against the darkness. Now, having said this, we have already won. And we know this, but we're playing out in the physical manifest to take this to the deliverance, to the freedom for all of humanity, where the light has fully won and the heaven on earth is here. But during this time, we're still in that slight battle. We're getting near the end, because the light is more powerful on the planet. So let me say, we are the light over here. And everything that is in our consciousness is affecting this battle and affecting everything on the planet. This is why with the divine light and the awakened ones, their consciousness is to be oriented towards the positive and the good and the trust, absent of fear. And one of the important reasons why this is because the light, the divine ones, are co-creators. And you co-create to a degree through your thoughts and where you align your energy and your energetic thoughts. So when you align it towards simply the heaven on earth, then it gets reflected back here into your reality to create the heaven on earth scenario. Now, the darkness also knows that you're here, as many of you can attest to. So their tactics are, they cannot create a new free reality, for what they are is fear-based and ill intent. So part of their tactics is to manipulate and trick the light into false storylines and fear propaganda. So fear propaganda, if they trick the souls into believing it, then they keep their fear paradigm alive. And this is what ones need to be very conscientious of, what is occurring with your thoughts. Because if you are brainwashed to think that what they say, fear is necessary and these sort of things, then what you're consciously creating is fear events for them. And this is how the darkness tricks ones in keeping their old paradigm alive. Now, in relation to the eclipse, what I am seeing through some messages, I'm seeing private messages, just a neutral observation saying, Rick, what should I be thinking at this time? What should I be doing? And the one thing is, I say, don't have any fear, and don't energize any fear scenarios like massive earthquakes and destruction, or that the darkness, are trying to do fear events. Because the moment that you think that, you are actually going to energize and create it. And what you're actually doing by thinking that is that you are harming others when you empower the darkness with their by energizing They're false narratives that they give you, and it actually prolongs the ascension. So with this, be wise. Be absolute wise. You know you are a conscious co-creator, and where you direct your intent and your focus towards, it's what you create much quicker. So it's very wise to not say no, none of the fear stories that they're putting out with destruction, none of that. No, no, no. We're here. You would not be awakened. And if you were not omnipotent and divine, the darkness would have kept you asleep and controlled you into full misery and enslavement. But as you're seeing, it's not the case. Against all odds on the planet, you have awakened because you're not just part of this planet. You are divine. And everything that you do here now affects the overall deliverance of humanity into the freedom. This is part of the reason you're here. Each one divinely has a mission to whatever effect that may be. So, and it's that realization of it that it's not over until we finish it, the divine ones. Then it's all over. Everyone's in the joyous, safe and peaceful, loving state of being. That's what it's all about. You weren't awakened just as by chance. Nothing is by chance. Everything is for a reason here, and it's for an important divine reason. So once again, it's important if you come into contact with any that are in fear, are there going to be great earthquakes? Are the darkness trying to do something to us as NASA and HARP? No, no. Because the moment that you think that they are doing something to you, you're energizing it, you're creating it, and you're disempowering yourself. But by doing that, you're assisting the darkness at their fear propagation events. So don't do it. And this is why I say yes. One of the New Age or the higher consciousness things is they say, for one, you don't tell people what to do. But we have to suggest because it is the truth. And with the truth comes this knowledge so that each one has the choice of what to do and what not to do. You are here to deliver humanity into freedom. And that means there's some things that you don't do, and there are things that you do. I am a teacher, as you can see, in the least respect, at purveying the knowledge out there, of giving you as much knowledge to empower yourself to stand shoulder to shoulder with your brothers and sisters, and we take this home and get it done. And one of the quickest ways is knowing how your adversary works, the darkness, and the tactics that they use. And one of the things is the mind control. How they do it is by spreading fear, propaganda, and illusion to keep ones distracted from uniting. Because the actual truth is the unity also is what the darkness is afraid of. So that's why they propagate through millennia the fear tactics to separate, because in actuality, all of you as well, where two or more gather in his name, which means two or more of you are gathering in alignment with God. What you do is you affect reality in very good ways, but also once you are aligned with that and know that and keep connected with your brothers and sisters, your divine comrades all around the world, when you create the unity and the communication, it creates an energetic creational field that affects the whole and advances things forward. So this is also why you see with the tactics of darkness. Now remember, they were the masters of illusion and deception, and they would infiltrate light light ventures and groups and began to put in misinformation to keep them separated from other groups. And one of the biggest tactics overall on the planet is the different beliefs, the religions, if you will, to keep one separated as well. But what the darkness did, the same as with the Bible, would manipulate things to their favor and give the Bible to the people. Here's our Bible. And most of you that are awake know that the true Coptic, the Gnostics, which contains the truth, was hidden, but it's coming back out now. And with that, it is showing you the manipulations in the Bible, but not only the Bible, there's been other divine occurrences that is showing within the other beliefs the manipulation of how it was done by the darkness to control ones to effect separation again. So these are tactics of the darkness. Don't get caught up in their fear propagation. Know that you are the creator, and that what you think and what you believe, because you become more powerful today yet than even yesterday, where you align your focus and your intent towards, we are more stronger now to create it. As an example, if everyone is to align towards seeing angels appear in the sky at the time of the eclipse, we're more apt to create that rather than the destruction. Now, the recent earthquake, if you will, in New Jersey and what have you, it is energy, and it was created because of stress, and especially in America, it is the most fearful, stressed place, I need to say, upon the planet right now, because that is all imploding, that old fake way of the darkness and the undesirable demeanor and attributes that are not in alignment with God and especially worldwide community. I don't wish to get into this at this point. But again, what I need to say is that these ones, that they're oblivious, that they're co-creators, they're not awake, but they're oblivious also that they're a soul. And this is what the darkness feeds them: storylines, fear storylines, and populate the social media with fear events, and also fear notions like, okay, they are going to do this. So when you get caught in that trap following the storyline of what they are going to do, you're actually energizing it, and you would create it for them. So know the trickery of how the darkness uses your consciousness, your thoughts, and what you believe and what you think. So for all of you that know this, that are wise and above this, to know how the darkness works, you orient your thoughts towards this time as being good. You say, no, nothing bad gonna happen. We are the divine. We are in the Ascension, and divinity is definitely upon the planet, and also with divine intervention. If you wish to look at, I'll use as an example, and you can have your own perspective, with the ship, the American president line owning that. You saw that coming towards the Brooklyn Bridge, I believe, but it went dead in the water, and it didn't hit the bridge. Now, what you what you may wish to look at with this, it very well could have been by the darkness on to hit that bridge to create a fear event. But what you saw, it didn't happen. So we could say there was divine intervention. No, the darkness is not going to hit the bridge, and is not breaking the bridge that is the bridge from the old reality to the new. So it's been stopped dead in its tracks. And so this is the way to perspect these things, because the light is in control upon the planet and also off planet. And when there needs to be, there is the divine intervention, and to catch your attention so that we propel everything forward. So, I said I'm going to keep this short, which I am, and with that, simply don't energize any of the fear propagation with any events around this. Energize it with, it's a very glorious, magical time, and we could very well have apparitions of Mother Mary, Christ, angels forming in the sky, rainbows and beauty, whatever you may wish to envision and want for this glorious time. You are the co-creator of this reality, and it's important what you choose to create and where you want to put your thoughts at creating that. And we want to put it in a good alignment. So I just wanted to do this live quickly. Stay in full trust, full love, and put the miraculous outcome to this. Let's see what we can do together at making this the most divine, glorious event ever. And no negative things, no fear events. So again, you see the alpha when it was put out, with over North America, where it creates the A formation. But it also created the Hebrew Tav, I believe, which is the last letter in the Hebrew alphabet. So it's the Alpha and the Omega as well, if you will. So simultaneously, you see the construction of the new world and the divine world, and that is GPMS .world, where every soul is voting, but aligning the material manifest with this new world that's being created. So having said that, and the Tav, if you will, the ending, it is indeed the ending of the old way of America, and what was done there, and with the capitalization and the keeping up with the Joneses, the American dreams, all of these selfish dreams and paradigms are imploding because they're not in alignment with community and sharing and God. So they're all being destructed. Any negative based theme and selfish intent is being destroyed, and it has to bring ones together to create the new sensible world, away from that old separation and insidious deeds. And with this, we know the darkness and what their attempts were. And what I need to say, especially to the American people, but not only the American people, worldwide, is don't get caught up in the political arena. They are all one. Their intent is it's not in the public's best interest. And what we're doing with GPMS.world is the people's best interest, which is the 99%. The 1%, part of that 1% is the political arena, where their interests are not in alignment for the people. If it was, you would already be in the heaven on earth scenario, and you would not be suffering and in states of lack and misery. So it's that simple. Common sense, if anyone takes a moment to look at it, you can actually see. So that is great energetically. Woohoo! Keep great, and Keep your divine alignment with your thoughts and your energy, and let's expect miracles, and let's do it. Love, light, and gratitude. No fear. Divine trust is important. And if you see a brother or a sister that's afraid of the eclipse, say, no, 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 no. Trust, trust, trust. Don't energize the fear paradigms. Love, light, and gratitude, and have an amazing day.